Sorry about that, everyone. Yeah, it looks like my microphone unfortunately wasn't coming through. I'm going to blame OBS for that. But it was just mostly introductions, letting you know that the game is sponsored by Free League and Roll20. Free League, who published Alien, the role-playing game, which is like one of my favorite systems out there, and Roll20 for providing all the modules and stuff. If you look over here, you can spy our dice chat where all our dice rolls are going to be made. And if you look down here, you can see the map, which is more for record keeping and tracking where everyone is during the story. And you can pick up the whole set for Destroyer of Worlds, currently online at Free League Publishing. It's an awesome box. It costs about $40 plus shipping. And not only do you get this book, but you get all the physical map handouts. You get all the cards, all the tokens, all the kind of the temporary rules. It's an amazing scenario. And this scenario is meaty. So much more meatier than Chariot of the Gods. So much, in fact, that we have to take an entire another episode to dedicate to running it. Yes. Well, if our viewers liked the meat before, they're gonna love this buffet. I mean, look at this picture. Look at it. Look at it right here. It is beautiful. Alien Destroyer of Worlds. And we're not even at the end of the series yet. We're not even at the end of the anthology. What more horror can lie for us? Now, time to get into. Now, Marines, are we ready? Who? We can't hear anyone else. Anyone else? Only Nick is coming through. What is going on? Oh my god. OBS, what the what are you doing?
Weyland-Yutani put a gag order on us.
Okay, sorry about. Oh my god. Dude, OBS really was messing us up. I'm sorry, everyone. Can you just please reintroduce yourselves in the same order again? I'm so apologetic for that.
Absolutely. It was a test run.
There you go. Yeah, OBS is drunk.
Just wanted to make sure y'all were here. Vide, she, her. I'm gonna be playing Private Dante, Ruth Dante.
Howdy. I'm Alex. I use he, him, and they, them pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Private Nath Hammer.
Good evening. I'm Arslan. I use they, them, and he, him pronouns. I'll be playing Warrant Officer Chaplain tonight.
And I'm Adelaide, she, they pronouns, and I'm playing John Wilson, he, him.
Awesome. Oh, and really quick, shout out to Ryan from Session Zero Clothing. If you can't see, I'm wearing your Total Party Kill shirt today, which is for no particular reason. All right. Marines, are we ready to jump in?
Okay, first into the fire.
Because you know what they say, a day in the Marine Corps is like a day on the farm. Every meal's a banquet, every paycheck's a fortune, every formation a parade. I love the Corps. We go boots to ground and then we put boots to asses. Let's go ahead and jump right into our tale tonight. Destroyer of Worlds. Now, of course, my favorite thing that I get to say is, what's the situation, Mother? A little short little brief that I get to tell you. What's the story, I should say. In my best narrative voice. You've all heard of the oil wars. Hell, most of you have been on the front line as the United Americas, the Three World Empire, and the Union of Progressive Peoples have faced each other down over scarce oil reserves. Too many fronts, not enough grunts, as the saying goes. The United America Allied Commands, aka the UAAC, and the Colonial Marines maintain an uneasy peace, as protesters and insurgents cause trouble across the colonies. This is the true of the United Americas refining and refueling station on the frozen moon Ariacarus in the Kruger 60 system, with its oil production and the space elevator reaching into orbit from ground, but the colony is in turmoil and decline. 2180 Weyland-Yutani census cataloged 200,000 colonists on Ariacarus, and in the 3 years since then, all but about 2,000 have abandoned the moon for greener pastures. Whilst the military needs of the USCMC are still being serviced, most of the colony is now little more than a ghost town. 1 week ago, the Union of Progressive Peoples annexed the nearby 61 Cygni system. All communication with the colony there on LV-038 was abruptly lost. In response, Allied Command assembled a fleet to take back 61 Cygni, using the Fort Nebraska refueling station in the Kruger 60 system as a staging ground. That's where you are. You expected to be passing through Nebraska on your way out of the war, but each year Marines were pulled from your companies before they went FTL, leaving you stranded at the fort on a volatile colony moon, Ariacarus, one of the largest oil producers in the colonies. Ariacarus is a hotbed of insurgency as well. With the UPP moving in on Kruger 60 next, the United Americas decided to cut its losses and evacuate the colony. But as of this morning, that evacuation was suspended. All civilians and military transports were grounded with no explanation given. With the insurgency problem, barely a skeleton crew of military personnel and nearly 2,200 divided colonists stuck moonside. It's only a matter of time before this situation goes to hell real quick. Now, Major Hatfield from the infamous Sin Eaters unit has summoned you for a special moonside mission. Every Marine has heard of Hatfield, a real soldier who always puts duty first, and lost his arm as a result. His remaining left hand is always resting on the brass hilt of his antique US Model 1852 Marine sword, with its sharkskin grip bound by gilt wire. His hands grip the hilt as he speaks. Alright, listen up. Everything you're about to hear is need to know, and no one else needs to know. Understood? As of 0200 hours, a 4-man Marine squad went AWOL from this base with classified intelligence. Intelligence that in the wrong hands will mean life or death on the frontier. Intelligence that simply cannot fall into enemy hands. Command believes that the AWOLs plan to make contact with the Moon's insurgents and defect to the UPP. We're looking for Logic, Carvalho, Wright, and Reese. I'm adding their information to your PDAs right now. Here, their ugly mugs and all the info we have on them. Everything else about them, classified. And as I go to add this information to your PDAs, we're going to focus one by one. Can you tell me what your characters look like and how they are listening to these orders? Starting with, let's start with the privates. Let's start with Hammer.
Hammer is fussing with his pistol, cocking it, sort of glaring over towards the rest of the crew. He's got these well-polished boots, very close-cropped short hair. Hammer is very butch. 2 small dragon piercings, pierced lip as well, scarred arms, fairly hairy individual, buff, muscular, arms crossed, flipping that pistol over in one figure.
What about you, Private Dante?
Ruth is standing mostly at attention. Her ears perk up at the idea of people defecting. She still kind of feels a little bit, taken aback since most of her own, original squad was killed. She doesn't know who to trust, and she's kind of eager to get out there and find these chumps that think that it's cool to just peace out. She's listening, and she's playing with the flap of her belt, just kind of nervously as she listens. She kind of takes a glance over at the rest of the group to see how they're feeling, because even though she's sure that they can go find them, she's noticing that there's not too many people here with them, so this is going to be a tight group.
And what about you, Warrant Officer Chaplain?
Warrant Officer Chaplain is currently looking through their PDA, seemingly completely focused on what's on the PDA, memorizing the faces that they're seeing. Strangely, looking very calm and very well dressed outside of their BDUs, where they have their name tag and there are what looks to be grooves carved into, or not carved, but in their face and in their other features that you can tell very clearly isn't human, but very openly isn't human too. Yet they seem to just be, or at the best you can imagine, analyzing, looking at the figures, and if one were to guess, figuring out why, one, 4 people will be defecting now during a grounding, and 2, glancing up at the rest of them, probably sharing the same question of why it's only us 4.
Now, you watch as this last person arrives, as we're going to flash back for a second. We see a cell. The cell is your standard military kind of brig. Clean as it can be over time. And inside the cell is a man. We say probably in his like late 30s or early 40s.
Yeah, I think he was pushing 40 in the last one, so like, yeah, early 40s.
Facial hair that has definitely grown over the last few weeks that he's been there. And we hear footsteps. Hey, Wilson. You awake?
How could I not be?
I got a proposition for you. I don't think Wayland Yutani's coming to pick you up anytime soon. And frankly, I don't have as much men here as I'd like to. So why don't you do me a little favor?
I can't cook.
I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to be a consultant on this mission. Support my team. Support them. And we'll forget that we ever found you, and I'll put you on the next flight back to the nearest Civ station. And you can do whatever you want to do over there.
Are we rescuing another abandoned spaceship?
You're still going on with that same story again? No. But you are looking for a few individuals.
Fine. I need my clipboard.
You'll have everything returned to you, and we kind of like fast forward as we see just like you given all your stuff, being suited up. You're even given a gun when they, and if you were to ask like, do you really trust me with this, they would laugh and say you wouldn't be able to do anything, that they couldn't stop you anyway. And as we come back to it, you're standing in formation with the other 3. A few other squad mates hanging around, including that of the Sergeant, Iona, Captain Silva, who visited you, and Private First Class Demetsky. How do you feel, Wilson?
Wilson feels and looks tired. He looks like a weary man. He's developed a little nervous tick in his eye. When he turns to the side, you can see his ear slightly has what looks like a burn scar on it. Hair graying a little too fast for a man that should only be 42 at most. But tall. He's got some posture to him. Little hope.
And what do the rest of you think about having a prisoner in your squad? Essentially a mercenary at this point.
More shit to deal with. Just meant to make our lives harder.
I mean, at this point, a body's a body, but the fact that it's a prisoner isn't particularly reassuring to Ruth. But she's going to follow orders, and just having some kind of backup's better than none.
Chaplain is unsure, simply because of the presence of a non-military affiliated, as far as they know so far. So most of their assessment is simply wait to find out. There is a reason they must be here, even if a reason's a dumb one.
All right. And you can all check your handouts as I have all given you your first agenda for the act. Take a moment to look it over. As agendas...
It's really fitting.
It really is. That's why I was glad you picked
It's really funny. It's very fitting.
For those at home that are just joining us for this series, the way that agendas work they are character, objectives, and personal goals that may or may not be completed throughout the acts, as there are 3 acts of this game. For every completed act that you find, you will be given a story point. A story point granting you an auto success. A very rare commodity that is very much welcomed in these high-stakes scenarios. And now, you see, as you look on your PDAs, and you can see the map of Ariacarus. Currently stationed around Fort Nebraska, you have a city an entire base to go and find these 4 AWOL Marines. The mission being very clear as you look and in your bingo book, as it's called, as you kind of take out, you're each given a deck of cards, and each card has your targets in them, which I will be dropping in. It's weird, right? Having to hunt down your own, but those are orders.
Not so weird. They shouldn't have fucked off if they didn't want to be pursued.
Poor timing on their part. Unless
I mean, if they want it out, there's other ways to do it.
Which tells me it's most likely not about just going AWOL.
Chaplain. How's your head feeling?
Cold.
Got a weird hum in the drum, right?
It's a hum in the drum that I think will serve me well.
You all got some... If having a bad feeling was a gift, you would all be well into it right now, let me tell you. As you were ushered in to the sub-level 1 staging area, where you're seeing a battered M577 APC is being refueled. Basically, a superior armored truck carrier that will allow you to basically traverse the base with ease. And also very much protection. You're all kind of checking your guns.
Question for GM.
Yes.
You said that currently, with the grounding of all the evacuation, is there on the ground actual firefights happening between insurgents and military personnel, or is it just a tense everyone's waiting to fire the first shot?
So you've heard about some isolated incidents here and there, but nothing that would be akin to just straight up like war right off the bat.
Hmm.
So very much it is like a powder keg that is ready to plop.
And we're walking around in an APC.
Oh yeah, but I mean this is a military base. You're kind of used to it by now that this would happen.
Fair.
So specifically, something that you would all notice as you're checking your guns. Do you mind relaying one by one what your equipment is? I begin to distribute your equipment. Thanks to Roll20, we have these awesome little handouts that I can just give you, which kind of track your stats of your guns and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's
So,
that big boy weapon?
Ruth has got an M5 RPG launcher, an M41A pulse rifle, an M3, just personal armor, torch, standard grenade launcher, you know, things important to have on you these trying times, a pistol, and a combat knife that she holds onto for dear life.
What about you, Hammer? You got lots of guns, right?
Hell yeah, I do. I've got my M56 smart gun. This is mounted on an armored harness that I wear. An arm pops out. Smart gun that picks my targets for me. Got my M3 personnel armor, of course. It's a little bit scratched up, worse for wear, but 4 grenades belted on the jacket. Got my M4A3 service pistol, 9mm. Wouldn't go anywhere without it. And a combat knife strapped to my thigh.
And, Chaplain, you just got some basics on you, you know? You're more of the surveyor type, right?
Surveyor type that strangely isn't armed. Unless a motion tracker counts as arm.
And you're sure strong enough than anyone else here. What about you, Wilson? What did they decide to give you in your largely unprofessional hands?
Yeah, he doesn't really know how to shoot a weapon, but they have given him an M4 1A pulse rifle that has a grenade launcher attached to it, so good luck.
I will note for the record that the motion tracker, if it's just the handheld one, that's not the only piece of gear that's visible on him. There is electric tools and surgical kit, med kits, an ammo satchel, and a standard issue cutting torch as well. If it's possible to grab a spare pistol, he will, just in case. Especially given we're going to be walking around a powder keg waiting to explode.
We could say that you could probably grab yourself an extra pistol if you so desire.
Sounds good.
And you begin to head out. So, as you can see, there is, as you're kind of like coming out and getting ready to board on the APC, looking at the kind of like wrought iron gate that separates the base from the rest of the town, you can see a group of colonists that are all kind of protesting the front of the base, separated by about 20 feet as guards have their guns trained on them. And as you're kind of going out and the APC starts to move out, I don't know who's running it. Who's driving out of the 4 of you?
I'll do it.
You can hear, "Fuck you, dogs!" And as a bottle of booze is hit to the side of your APC as you begin to...
What a waste.
Desperate and desperate measures.
And Wilson, something you notice, because I feel like you're at the back of the APC, looking at the little, like, back viewport, your eyes spy onto the space elevator that is situated in Fort Nebraska that takes you up to the moon base area of Fort Nebraska, or the space, kind of like outer atmosphere levels of Fort Nebraska, that you were taken down. And although they said no evacuations were happening, the space elevator is still in motion.
Okay. Yeah, noted.
And you watch as you hear Hatfield come in, kind of chirping on your radios. Just make sure you secure that ship, Marines. The colonists do not like us right now. And if the weather gets as bad as they say it's gonna be, well, you're gonna be basically in a whiteout in a few hours.
Heard.
Those idiots won't do more than piss on our shoes.
I'd like to see them try.
Don't make us have to do more work than we have to.
No, don't worry about me. I'll be on my best behavior. Bruce kind of just like elbows that a little bit.
Where are you going to search first? You have a few districts here. You have the north, the east, downtown, south, and District West.
Do we have any info on what these districts are?
Yeah, if you want a breakdown of what's in each district, I can definitely do that.
Please.
So, District South contains the downtown area, as it were, as well as an old spaceport that has been recently closed down due to the evacuation order, or due to the no-fly order, I should say. You know, there's a lot of protests going down over there at the spaceport. Downtown area is very well famous to a bar called the Eye of Oblivion. District East contains the Marshal Station, which is a decently orderly neighborhood. This is where a lot of the doctors and cops can be found. As the colonial marshals, as it was. As well as some recharge stations, the San Rocco Medical Facility. District North is home to the oil fields and oil refinery. District West is more of just kind of broken down, like, estates that have kind of been repurposed into housing. And then Fort Nebraska at the center of it all.
I'm assuming Fort Nebraska's Marine-led.
Oh, yeah.
Are the cops in the area in District East, are those also Marine cops, or?
Yeah, they're all under the Colonial Marines.
Okay.
So they'll, even if they're not directly under, they will cooperate with you. You're essentially on the same side, as it were.
Where do we think a bunch of rats would scurry off to?
Well, I guess that depends on what they're after. Are they trying to get out before things get too rough? Or do you think maybe they're trying to pick up the pieces of what everyone else is leaving behind? Figure out the motivation, we'll probably find them a lot quicker.
South or west is what he means.
I'll say this much. They have to eat like everyone else. Eat somewhere, shit somewhere. Pick the place they'd find that the easiest.
And pick the place that would give them the most amount of cover, too. Broken down buildings usually make for a good hiding spot. And more pickings for scavenging if necessary. I would suggest west.
All right.
You're
Turn the
heading
AV that way.
Yeah, you're heading west. Awesome.
Question for
Yeah, what's up?
on the drive there, is it possible I can try crafting something?
What are you trying to make?
A bazooka.
The opposite in that.
A glass of milk.
I'm trying to make a homemade silencer.
Is a bazooka and a glass of milk the opposite of one another?
No, the bazooka and the silencer.
Not with that attitude.
Sure. So you're gonna go ahead and you're basically trying to make something on the way there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
trying to see what you currently have in your possession, if you could possibly do that.
I have electric tools, a cutting torch, and a whole APC to work with.
I could say you probably can make yourself a temporary one. I'm sure there's tissues or some sort of cloth that might be around, like a rag, as well as a can that you could easily just have someone empty out, like a drink.
Works for me.
So go ahead and just give me heavy machinery and wits. Our first roll of the game.
So how would I roll this?
So go ahead and go to your thing, and then you see where it says heavy machinery. You're just gonna click it. You're gonna click actually heavy machinery. So it actually won't be wits. It'll probably be strength. You're gonna roll it with. Okay, and it's gonna roll. And it looks like nothing. No successes. I will still give you the silencer. You're gonna get about. You make it hastily enough that you know it's gonna silence the first shot, but after that, it's gonna be useless.
That's all I need.
So one-time use silencer.
They're not making any hidden of this, and they're just busying themselves with stuffing this aluminum can and with their thumb just taking off the edge of it, like one would take a knife to a tuna can. It's a practice motion.
You start fucking around with what I'm driving, that can's going somewhere. You don't want to know where.
I have no intention to.
Actually, I don't think androids have orifices.
I'll make
like
one.
that.
Come on, Hammer, play nice.
I don't expect Hammer to play nice with me. It is fine.
I'm not playing with you.
I know.
All right. Come on, focus up. You don't have to be friends, but we do need to, get along well enough.
I'm getting.
As you roll into the abandoned estates, that is District West, you can see the dilapidatedness of the living situations here. Houses and kind of copied infrastructures that are just easy just to like prefabricate have long since seen decay. What used to be probably areas of housing units and everything has turned into a sort of transitioned into a ghetto of some sort. And as you go in feeling the crunchiness of dirt and rocks underneath the heavy treads of your APC, everyone can give me a observation check.
Wow, really?
We ain't seen shit.
Nice.
Is this correct?
Let me go ahead. What that is?
That seems odd.
Yeah. Let me see if it's broken.
APC ain't got no windows.
Are y'all broken, my friend? Are you my friends? Are you
Let's see.
Yeah, because he had 8 dice to roll.
Let me just double check.
4 dice, no stress. You can just roll it.
The quickest TPK ever.
Here, let me just
Oh wait, okay, I did get 1 success. Wow. Okay, weird.
We're just terrible.
We're
right
really unlucky. Okay.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah, I got 1 success with the last roll.
I like how it's like, hey, I think the game's broken. It's just like, no, we're just
No,
bad.
We are just
we're cursed.
cannon fodder.
We're fucked.
We're fucked.
That's
All right,
amazing.
then.
I'm glad
We don't see shit.
I'm glad someone brought the every like one of these games. Someone has a different like doohickey they can use.
Oh
like,
yeah, Riamas's was so cool last time. Oh my god. I gotta get that for if we're on a spaceship next time around. Next campaign. So good.
So as you're everyone's staring around, you don't notice anything, but it seems very, very uneasy. like hell.
What's the lay of the land? I mean, I know we didn't succeed that observation, but
So you're literally going through the
buildings-
streets, and there's buildings on each side of you. It's to kind of akin to something. It's very much like when you see in those like war movies where they like show like, you know, the war in Iraq and everything, where they're going through the tight corridors, and like there's these high up like houses, but there's, you know, you occasionally see people, but they're all just kind of in this sense of like silence and almost like worry.
Mm.
space tumbleweeds rolling by.
Seems like a really good place for an ambush.
If
Who'd
they
be dumb
knew-
enough to try it?
And who would have known that we were coming for them? They're likely on edge just because of the protest, if anything. For good reason. Let's not give them any more reason to want to escalate.
They should feel safer seeing the course roll by.
That's not how war works.
Yeah, that's... Most people understand war. I find that most people also understand that guns in the presence of them implies that danger is afoot.
We're the only thing keeping those fuckers safe.
I think they'd feel a lot safer if we were an airship.
Or not here. Regardless.
And you can yes, Chaplain.
And he says this out loud for the group. I have an idea, and bear with me. This may be an odd idea. These 4 folks went AWOL, correct? Did they ditch all their equipment, do you think? Including communications equipment.
I like the way you think. I mean, not that I would ever go AWOL, but if I did, I hope I'd be smart enough to ditch anything that could get traced back to me or tracked.
That would require some brain cells.
And that would also require a lack of panic. For them to go AWOL again on a grounded planet implies panic. To me, at least. Let's try and see if we can hail them. Privately, of course. And if not, see if they have their communication equipment still available. If not, we'll switch to a different method. Any objections?
I'm just gonna say, I bet some asshole up top probably tried that already. You might want to reach out more on the DL. You know. Help! Also running away. I'm a loser.
Very wise. I like that.
Thank you.
And as you're kind of like all talking, you can hear your other squad mates. They're just basically nameless NPCs right now. But you can hear one of them kind of looking through the viewports as well, going, "The people, they're spooked. Looks like they've seen a ghost or a demon."
It's just Nat driving. Makes that face quite often.
You fucking bastard.
Good.
Nah.
It's an easy one. Sorry, I had to go for the low-hanging fruit, Nat.
Yeah, bring your balls over here. We'll see what's low hanging.
And Private Dante, as you're looking out as well, you can see there is several figures that have like are wearing like hoods and like keeping to themselves. But they all seem to kind of have their eyes on you.
What's with the goth kids? Someone pissing their Cheerios?
You think one of them saw anything?
I could give him a real reason to make those faces. Sort of like turns.
Open hand versus closed fist, at least at first.
Alright.
Less paperwork to do later, at least.
I don't think we're gonna get around just driving the APC. If we want to catch a few defectors, I think you're gonna have to do some investigating.
But it's so comfy and warm in here.
Alright. Come on, ladies. Let's unload.
Hear the from the back as you kind of roll out, like I'm guessing full equipment and everything,
Hell yeah.
as 2 fully armed colonial marines a confused-looking Wilson and a lightly equipped officer Chaplain kind of walk out.
I will note that Chaplain puts on the blue and white armband of "I am a medic."
Gonna beep beep the keys.
There's still
sort
other squad mates in the car that are just
Okay, all right, good.
Math blocks the car.
Let me out.
They put the sign up. It's like the air conditioning is on. And he's listening to his favorite.
I am
He's listening to his favorite
Fully-
music.
Oh, window
Fully
down
gonna
for the
shout.
privates. Come on.
fully gonna shout out just in case there's any colonists in the area. Anyone fucks with my shit, you're going down under 6 feet.
That was the
Well-
best you could do, Nat. Come on.
And
Wilson has his gun, but it's
Yeah.
slung across the back, and I think he'll just kind of raise a little hand to these people and say, "We're just here to ask some questions."
You
Sorry.
immediately see one person just like turn around and start walking away.
Hey, cutie, we don't bite.
Not unless you ask real nice.
Are you trying to like stop people as they try to get away from you, or are you just like gonna?
Just the one person who turned heel real quick like that. Automatically sus to Ruth. She's like, nah,
So
not
you come
so
out
fast.
about like and like, hey, cutie, we don't bite.
A little bit by the collar, yeah. She's like, mm-mm.
Okay, awesome. As you turn and you like grab them by the shoulder, you feel. Thank you, Super Dylan, for that raid of 4. I appreciate you. My love goes out to you. You immediately get like an elbow to the face as like you stumble back, and the person says, which seems to be the sound of a man, and he goes, "Get off me!" and he starts booking it. The hood falling down, and you see the back of his head. And for a second, as your eyes lock onto him, Private Dante, you feel like you might have seen this man before.
You fucking bastard, you're gonna regret that.
I feel like Ruth would probably be like grabbing her nose a bit. Taking an elbow to the face isn't something she was expecting there, especially surrounded with some friends. So she is kind of like, her eyes are watering a bit, but she's trying to like be tough as like a little bit of blood trickles down her face.
Oh yeah.
And she's just like, "You bastard!"
I'm gonna run after him and tackle him.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna run out. Okay. Cool. So who's running after Wilson?
No, he's not running after somebody. What?
No, Hammer is. Sorry. I'm like looking
Yeah,
up.
nah.
Listen, I'm a pacifist. Thank you.
So who's running after Hammer and Dante?
Has to kick my ass. Yeah, Dante's. She's not quite running. She's kind of like she's trying to do a jog, but she's also kind of like, fuck.
Nath's face is like turning red, eyebrows furrowed, sprinting, boots on the ground.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a mobility roll, please, Hammer.
Alrighty.
As like Chaplain, you're just like, well, there goes the open hand approach.
There goes the neighborhood.
Oh no.
2 successes. With mobility means that I get a stunt, doesn't it?
Yes. So let me actually. I should have just opened that. Oh, my apologies. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. That's the one place I did not want it to be. Was on the game master. So yeah, you do have stunts and everything. So go
Cool.
ahead.
I'm gonna give a success to Ruth as well.
Okay, so you're both. So you're gonna use that extra success. So you're both gonna catch up.
Perfect.
And as you begin this chase, something that's gonna happen as you're kind of like running through and you're getting close as he ducks into one of the buildings. And as you do so, you hear, like, as you turn to kind of follow him here, you hear a noise.
Ruth instinctively grabs for her knife that's always on her thigh.
Nath is focused on this guy.
You hear a click as you recognize it pretty much immediately as you hear a kind of spark come to life as the electroshock grenade goes off. Both of you give me another mobility roll, please.
Okay.
Fuck.
All right. Mobility. That is 3 successes. So once again, gonna give 1 success to Ruth and gain a +1 modification to a later skill roll related to this one. So I'll take a +1 forward and give a success to Ruth.
Okay, all right. There you go. Just, helping people out today.
Nath always looking
I
up.
read the rules.
Also, Jesus, reading the rules. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, who said you're allowed to read the rules?
I didn't know we could do that.
Listen, I know what I'm
That session could have
about.
gone so differently.
Just try and kill me. I have the PDF.
As the electroshock grenade kind of comes up, you're the hammer. You tackle Dante behind some boxes as it goes off, kind of spreading the area around. And you know that the electroshock grenade, the way that it is, from what the setting it seems like it was put on, is more of a temporary kind of knockout more than the more lethal kind. It seems like anything this was like the warning grenade, like, do not follow. But you did succeed the roll, and because you were able to roll 3 and give 1 over to Ruth, you both avoid taking damage. Ruth is slowly getting up, but if you want to continue the chase, Hammer, you can.
Hammer is single-minded at this point. I mean, obviously a warning, so I will still say that if he sticks his head out and sees like 50 guns pointed at him, he'll stop.
Yeah.
But otherwise, he kind of anticipated it. He's a fast woman, so gonna just like pounce. If we're in close contact in here, there's probably not anywhere he can hide since we just entered. So.
And so we're gonna switch the scene for a second. To Chaplain and Wilson. You hear the commotion and the electroshock explosion as you see stuff coming through one of the nearby buildings from where the grenade went off.
I look at the chaplain and is anyone in charge here?
I'm next in command. He's already drawn his pistol and is just like looking towards the area of the building, but he's very much like listening and ready low.
Something that you would notice, Wilson, is that Chaplain is also an android.
Mm-hmm.
And all of you know Chaplain's an android. That is very much public knowledge. So before that happens, I did want to put that out there. So
Wayland
yes.
Yutani's different than Colonial Marines, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And he's a Marines issued android.
Yes.
Okay.
You're not sure. You're not sure if Chaplain has special.
Right now, he is a Marines android.
Yeah, right now.
Who knows?
Hey, the Marine and the android and aliens was good. That was like the whole. All right, so Chaplain, what are you doing as like Wilson's looking around? You pull out your gun.
The person that they're chasing ran into a building, correct?
Yes.
Does the building that they ran into have any exits towards the street or towards anywhere that I could try to intercept?
So something that's interesting, you could, the way that the buildings are linked, because a lot of them are kind of broken down, you could probably run from building to building without even being running across, like without even leaving the street if you wanted to. Like without even leaving the building, if you should say.
Cool. Chaplain will look back at Wilson and go, thinks for a second, looks up, looks at the buildings. Are you interested in fighting? It is okay if not. If you are not, stay by the APC.
No, I'll go. We'll figure this out.
Cool, follow. And it's not even like a follow me or anything, just a follow, and just starts booking it towards trying to intercept where the commotion's coming from.
Yeah, Wilson's following.
And you're kind of hustling outside.
Mm-hmm.
Wilson,
Already out of breath.
Yeah, and you know you got that grizzled look to you. You got the beard fully grown in now, like.
Oh, he looks very handsome. Like we're going like very like long-haired Idris Elba, you know,
I love
sexy.
Birth is
But just a
immediately
very
interested.
tired
My boy.
man.
My boy.
I recently watched Thor where he had like the gray beard and the locks.
Beautiful.
That's what I'm trying to be when I get older.
Beautiful.
You know
I
what?
watched a video of
not
him
bad.
talking to children about love, and that was it for me. I was like, okay, that's fine.
One of my players just sent me that picture of Idris Elba like fully ass out. I don't know if y'all see that advertisement, but
No, but I'd like to.
Okay, carry
all
on.
over
We're
break.
playing
Sorry.
Idris Elba ass.
I love no matter what game you're playing, Idris Elba Thirst Hour is always something that can occur. Remember, in
24/7.
24/7. Be on watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's visibly out of breath. This man is not a runner, not a fighter.
Yeah, Wilson and Chaplain, go ahead and give me a observation roll again.
Sure.
Aye. Give me something good.
Still nothing.
I said give me something. Oh, hey, there we go.
Here you go.
So I got 2 successes, I believe, off of this.
Yeah, so it's an observation stunt. So your stunts, you can ask additional questions. Your additional questions is it coming for me, which wouldn't be applicable here. Are there more of them close by? How do I get in, past, or away from a place? If you feel like any of these are applicable, once I give you the information, let me know. As you're kind of like having and looking around, Wilson, you don't really notice because you're very much hyper-focused on what the hell is going on right now. But Chaplain, you can tell some of the other people are whispering amongst themselves and slinking away, almost like they're going to get someone.
I don't have any like IFF or like something I can mark them Ghost Recon style, right?
No, nothing like that, unfortunately.
Damn you, Nostromo Tech.
If you had a smart gun, you could probably auto-lock in and shoot them, but I don't know if you would like to do that.
Nah, no. What was the questions one more time?
You can ask, specifically what the game says is you can ask, is it coming for me? Are there more? You know what? Actually, for the observation, I'm going to make a kind of house rule on this. You can ask me any question about the situation right now, and I'll just give you an answer.
I have 2 off. I know which one I'm going to do. The electroshock grenade that we heard going off, was that a military issue or surplus, or as in did somebody possibly go AWOL and keep it and then use it now? Or was it something that people
Or like a
scavenged?
jerry-rigged kind of thing, yeah.
No, that definitely seems like a surplus, like, issued, like, something that they probably stole from a military base.
And, fair enough. Chaplain's still gonna just over the squad radio gonna go moving to intercept. Not even sounding any out of breath, and he's going to try to cut off the runner at the pass.
Awesome. So you're gonna go ahead and you're basically gonna try to corner them. Okay, I love it. So as we kind of intersect, we like see the one half as you're booking it down the street, the two of you, kind of rushing in, and then we see Private Dante. You're getting up, and the last thing you see is Private Hammer just booking it after this guy. And as you enter into the next room, you hear a gunshot go off that kind of splinters onto the door frame. Almost, and you can immediately identify as another warning shot. Like this person, as you hear, stay back, and the person is still running.
Let's see. That was a warning shot. The hammer takes that has full license to immediately begin returning fire. So.
Okay, go ahead and give me long range combat, please.
Okay. And
Or range combat, I should say. Oh.
range combat. Do I click through that on my weapon?
Hammer's just like, that was a warning shot, and I took that personally.
Yes. Like an attack with a smart gun, or am I just rolling range combat?
So it depends. Are you using like your full like arsenal right now?
I think I'm going to use the pistol.
Thank you.
Go for the kneecaps.
So yeah, if you go to number 2 on your weapon, you can roll the attack.
Okay.
Find it's a lot harder to run that way.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Ow.
So a success with 2 stunts.
Success with 2 stunts, and that's under range combat.
Yep.
Those stunts. Okay. So I will inflict damage equal to the weapon's damage rating, and then I can inflict additional damage, pin down the enemy. I'm gonna have them drop a weapon
Okay.
or another handheld object. So if they have a weapon, they'll have to drop it, and I'm going to pin them down. So I want to do my my base 1 damage. Sorry, I think it's my 3 damage.
Yep.
And pin them down, and they're gonna drop their weapon.
Oh, that's the base damage on your pistol is 1.
Sorry, base damage is 1.
Yeah, unless you want to choose to do that extra damage. Did you want to do that?
Yeah. Base damage 1, pin them down, drop the weapon.
Okay, cool. So you watch as they end up dropping the pistol that they have on them. As you see this guy he skids over, and he's like quickly he kind of is taking this rifle off his back, and you watch as he get hear a grunt of pain as he's just like, ugh, as you hear that you've hit probably his arm from the look of it. He's trying to levy the gun at you.
Stay the fuck down! My elbow goes into his throat, knocking him backward. Rifle goes flying.
Basically, before he can take the shot from the what looks like the sniper rifle at you at this close range, you kind of hammer away, and we're just gonna say this is not even an attack. This is just narrative control as you kind of pin him to the ground, and you can see the man that you would know as Lance Corporal Wright.
Mm-hmm.
Lance Corporal Jamie Wright.
Yo, Dante!
Oh, sorry, I messed up. Lance Corporal Jamie Wright is a woman, and I apologize for that. I read that wrong.
No worries.
This is one of the people that's missing, though, that we're looking
Oh,
for.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay.
Hey, handsome. Hurry up.
So Dante chugs her way in there. She wasn't too terribly far behind, but she definitely did a little jump when she heard the initial warning shot, since she couldn't see it was a warning shot. And she, hustles her way in there to see Hammer with their, whatever on this lady's whatever. And just takes a quick look around, grabs her pistol, and kind of, cocks it and just has it down, pointing at the ground. Looking over shoulders, checking entrances, exits. Since it looks like Hammer's got everything under control, and says, "What the hell?"
I'm
And
gonna
as
lean
that-
down. Oh yeah, there you go.
No, as that happens, as you turn on and be like, "Hey, let's go, ladies," you watch as you're going to take a damage as Lance Corporal Wright reaches into their pocket or into their boot, pulling out a combat knife and stabbing you in the shoulder, causing you to kind of let go for a second. As he knocked you to the ground, or she knocked you to the ground, and is trying to get back up as Private Dante is coming in.
Oh, we're flirting now. Okay, I mean, if I got some, I will once again exchange a blow. This is close combat now.
Oh yeah, do you want to just punch her in the face?
Let's see. I think so. My close combat weapons are just a combat knife. So I'm gonna take my knife right back. right?
Okay,
Medium,
awesome.
engaged. Yeah, that's my engaged. Okay. Ah, damn.
Dante, you see this coming in as they're tussling right now as they're basically in a knife fight as Private Hammer tries to stab the people that you're, attempting to if you can take alive. And you watch as what are you intending to do?
Dante walks up with her gun still pointed at the ground, not wanting to shoot that, and says, "Drop the knife!" And comes up real close to, right about where they are tussling.
And as you come in and she sees you with the gun, she looks to the window and leaps out of it.
How the hell does she leap out of the window?
Desperation move. And you hear her crashing as she lands in the snow below. Right at the feet of Officer Chaplain and Wilson, who I'm assuming just draw their weapons.
Yeah, no, Chaplain's weapon was already drawn, and Chaplain's not even going to bother to introduce, just one to each knee.
Yes, thank you, Chaplain.
You're
Damn.
Just right then and just to the knees, to make sure she doesn't run.
Jesus.
Did you hear Ruth say that before?
Right,
fell out of a window. I don't even know how high up.
It's one.
There's a reason for this too, because she's also carrying the med kit and can use this as leverage.
Oh my God! You're just gonna immediately just immobilize this woman and be like, "I'll fix you up if you fucking surrender."
Yes, I'll put on the Connery for that too.
Yeah, and we go to like I said, all narrative at this point. I just think it's funny. It's just like Private Dante aims the weapon, right goes out the window. Dante's probably like, fuck. And as you both look out, before you can even get to the window, the two of you hear just 2 gunshots. As Wilson,
Capped in the knees.
Yeah, as Wilson, you just watch this happen.
Who is in charge here?
Just, you see Chaplain turn back to you with the coldest eyes and goes, "I am.
That's your Platinos.
Help me carry right back to the APC. We'll interrogate them there, but we're not going to possibly get firebombs."
I surrender.
Good. Then I can actually heal you. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to tell us why you went AWOL while you're grounded. He just squats down, still holding the pistol, just looking a little bit more casual now. Hammer's still cocked, but very much finger off of the trigger, just now trying to observe all of right and see if there's anything outward that is noticeable besides the bruises and gunshots.
Ooh, on the right? That's a good example. You can see that the rifle that they have has 9 tally marks that have been etched into it. Something that you would know is a counting of kills. You can see that despite her ditching the uniform, she still keeps her squad patch on her, even if it's more hidden. And you can tell that there is kind of bruising on her face.
Does she look scared like the other people are scared, or is she just all business, or?
She looks panicked as hell.
Okay.
Like less terrified and more panicked. And as you kind of all are coming out into and Chaplain's like, "All right, get her back to the APC because you're a couple streets down from that." You hear the cocking of guns, and you watch as a tuk, 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 and hear a as smoke starts to fill the area. And the last thing you hear is, "Get those colonial dogs!" And I think this is the perfect time to take our first 5-minute break.
Perfect.
Before we continue Act 1. See everyone?
I'm in danger.
5 minutes. Yes, you are.
I'm in danger.
Love all those failed observation rolls. Excellent.
Right,
Wilson's
Back
just
in
like, I
5.
wish I had stayed in prison. It's fine. I would rather.
Nah,
just
thanks
stay
for
in
saving my
prison.
ass.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll stay.
Everyone, we're back. Or Alien Anthology, Destroyer of Worlds. Alright, where do we last leave our Marines off? Ah, yes, the smoke grenade. As everything goes to high hell for a second, as you hear gunshots. And you're kind of pinned behind, like, immediately the four of you, plus the captured right, are, like, probably pull yourself into the house, I'll say. As you hear the gunshots like splintering across and everything, and it's just Corporal or Lance Corporal Wright is actually grabbing onto you, Dante.
Oh, okay. That's how we're gonna do this.
No, not like trying to like stop you, but just like
Like a desperation grab.
Don't let them take me. Don't let them take me.
So in return, it might be a little bit of a low move for her, all things considered, but she's just gonna return the elbow from earlier.
Nice.
Oh, and just
give her the beans. Just
bust her.
Very
She's at 3 damage. You probably shouldn't do anything more if you don't want to put her out. So yeah, you break that nose pretty much with that elbow, and she's bleeding as she like reaches up for it. Oh.
And Ruth just looks at her and is like,
"Fuck you."
"Oh, sorry about that. I don't know where that came from." As she like wipes more of the blood off of her own nose and just smears it on the Lance Corporal.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like blood for blood kind of moment.
So what are the rest of you doing right now as you hear the gunfire coming in?
These people are fucking crazy.
I think was probably trying to get a good look at how many people there were. There's that broken window now, so if we're like going back upstairs, trying to look out there, just get out numbers.
It's hard. The smoke has kind of obscured, but you can see lots of like hooded figures in like kind of like that makeshift like body armor amongst everything else. Starting to kind of trying to surround the area. As you can count like at least like 10 soldiers probably.
Cool. 10 soldiers. We have 4. Turn to right. Sort of spit into her face. Who the fuck are those people? Why do they want you?
We tried to make a deal. to get them to take us in and get us off world. But I thought the deal was kind of sus, as she's like saying it through the...
You said we. Was that Reese and Carvalho too?
Yeah, Reese, Carvalho, Wojcik. We all tried. We were gonna, give ourselves up as to the insurgents, and then get the hell out of here. But I didn't trust them, and for good measure, they took Wojcik, and everyone else split.
What kind of coward leaves men behind?
Look, I'm fighting for my fucking life out here. It's no use. We're gonna get... Everyone here is fucking dead. We're all fucking dead. As you can hear the blizzard and the kind of rain begin to set in.
The whiteout.
Drag her back with us, quick, let's get back. See if we can fall back to,
You think there's another way out of this building?
There was a way in, there's gotta be another way out.
Okay.
Alright, so what's the idea? The idea is to escape, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
see if we can fall back.
Probably in stealth.
All right, so you could definitely try to do that. Go ahead, and you're going to each need at least 2 successes to get successfully stealth in this area. But go ahead and give me a... That sounds like a mobility roll. Who is that? Actually, this is very important. Who is getting... Who is grabbing right? His right can't move.
Chaplain's volunteering.
Wilson can help.
Never mind. Chaplain just puts right on Wilson.
Yeah, we'll keep our hands free for combat.
Ruth still has her pistol out, pointed at the ground.
Chaplain will look at Wilson and just gesture for their rifle.
Good call.
Can you trade me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll do a trade.
Cool.
And Wilson is going to give Wright a very gentle, like attempting to be comforting squeeze on the shoulder as he helps her up. Like he's not being rough with her at all.
Mm-hmm. She appreciates it, even though she does not vocalize it at all. You can go ahead and get me a mobility. So everyone's gonna lead in the kind of chaos of the fire to get out of this area. Everyone's going to need at least 2 successes. Anyone that's carrying Wilson, you're gonna need 3. So this is like an extended test. Oh boy.
Do I roll 3 times or just once?
You roll once.
Okay. There's no way that I'm getting. I don't think I've gotten a single success in this game yet.
Well, we'll
Got it. So, do we take a negative modifier?
So we could, yes, take a negative modifier for this one. -1.
Okay.
So instead of the extra success, we're going to do the -1 instead. Yeah, that's the better way of doing it.
This is great.
Alright, that's 1 success with a -1. So, that's a success.
Awesome.
0 for me.
Damn.
So from the looks of it, it looks like only
Love a competent lesbian.
only Private Hammer got out.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
I feel like the way that this happens is that Hammer goes, "All right, let's fucking get this," and just rushes out, and they just do not see Hammer. They don't see him, just fucking...
No. Well, he wouldn't leave people behind, but I'll say if the group is going to be exposed to attack because they all failed, I would just love for Hammer to be in a slightly advantageous position as we get exposed.
Yeah, we could
Kind of
definitely
like giving
say that
cover.
happens.
Yeah.
So you're unseen. The rest of everyone else is trying to get out of there, and you can quickly hear they're trying to slip out through the back.
Fuck.
And the sounds of just kind of like people hoofing it.
Now we got made.
Of course y'all fuckers did. Alright, it's gonna be a firefight.
And you could see from both sides there's about 2 each coming through as you hear the footsteps and the guns.
Do we have to roll initiative? Or sorry, draw initiative?
So yeah, I'm actually gonna do the roll of initiative for this. Everyone roll an initiative dice, please. Oh, that's not what I wanted. But that was just my example, so don't...
Cool.
What?
Initiative dice, right?
Yep. Roll for them. Awesome. You're all gonna be able to act first.
Fabulous.
So the first person that's gonna be up is going to be Dante. What are you doing?
Dante is... She's got her... originally she had her pistol out. She switches to her pulse rifle.
Mm-hmm.
And takes that out and has it pointed towards the doorway. looking to see if anyone's going to come in, trying to cover their front as they head towards the nearest exit.
Okay, so you're just attempting to push forward. You're not worried about the two that are trying to flank you from the sides, right?
No, she's looking for the exit, and she's trusting that everyone else is going to take the sides out, because ultimately that's where they got to get. So if there's no clear path out, there's really nowhere for her to go.
Okay. So you manage to, you kind of do the whole, like, and you hustle in, and you kind of, like, kick one of the doors down as you kind of get yourself into one of the other buildings, as the two are kind of coming around, and then we kind of go to the next person on the initiative, as you are opening the path upwards. Is it tied between Hammer and Wright? I'm going to say Hammer goes first.
Cool. I'm going to use my fast action to aim, which will give me a +2, and then I'm going to use my slow action to do a burst of full auto fire from my smart gun.
Awesome. I'm trying to take out the two, both of them. All right, I love it. Go ahead and roll that attack, please.
Okay, and with my +2 modifier from the smart gun.
So everyone's been fighting with kind of pistols so far, and then you hear just Hammer just like because the smart guns. Yeah, well, the way that the smart guns are, they're actually
auto targets, right?
Yeah, and they're held like this, so they're actually held from above. They're almost like a minigun.
Fantastic.
And you watch as the exactly that laser fire, as two of the guys get smoked basically as they come through, as you do that base 3 damage. And I'm guessing, did you want to inflict more damage with the stunt?
I think with is 3 damage going to be enough to take both of them out?
So no, they would be they're going to be almost down, but if you were to spend the extra 1, you would be able to take them out completely.
I'll spend the extra 1, yeah.
Cool. And you watch as these insurgents that are coming in just get wiped to the floor, as they get basically like mixture of like laser and plasma to the chest.
Over the comm, there's a bzzz. You're welcome.
As the smart gun comes out, smart guns are actually just bullets. As the bullets just impact them, and the two guys just drop to the floor. A spray of blood and mist exit wounding onto the nearby wall, painting this grisly Jackson Pollock-like blood fiesta. 2 more are still coming from behind, as Wright can't really do much of anything but just hobble along. So we're gonna go on to Wilson. Wilson, what would you like to do?
Well, Wilson is hobbling along with Wright. He's helping her along. I think he's if we're all trying to head out, he's got his pistol in one hand, but I think he's just kind of shooting wildly at whatever noise is, coming from where, and looking for cover as he's trying to get her along.
Okay, so you're just gonna go for you're taking you and Right forward with Dante into the next building, somewhere where you can hunker down more and hopefully get back to the APC.
Yep.
And so we're gonna have you exit that current engagement right now. Go ahead, Chaplain. What are you doing?
We still have two tangos that are currently on the other flank, right?
Yes.
Cool. Chaplain's going to double check and make sure it's loaded and safety's off, because don't want to be caught without that. Take a not swirling, take a practice pivoted knee to kneeling on the ground, mounts up the edge of the rifle, and spray the other, or not spray, but aim at the other. What's the word I'm looking for here? Doorway? There we go. It's a long time.
It's more like an alleyway at this point. You're in like the back alley of it, but yeah, that's the narrow passage.
Yep, and basically covering fire / if I get them, I get them.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll.
What should I roll? Because I just borrowed a gun from somebody.
What?
It's a +1 bonus. I can roll for you.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
I'm assuming it's correct.
Yeah!
There we go.
Wait, there's a grenade launcher on this, isn't it?
There is, yeah.
Can I retract and just go thump? And just grenade the specific alley?
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and Also, roll me a ranged combat, because your ranged combat is going to be a different pool than Wilson's. So just roll me straight range combat for a second, and we'll just do this manually then.
Aha!
Hey, nice.
Cool. And then you get that +1 bonus. Yeah. That is success. Oh. Don't worry about the one.
Oh, I had multiple weapons. Wow, I thought I have so much more.
You're great right now.
I had no idea.
As you watch, as the grenade launcher goes, and you hear the boonk and the resounding explosion as the two are sent back, and gunfire kind of goes off one of the neighboring walls. They're still alive though, and as they kind of get back, they're going to attempt to return fire on you.
Cool.
I actually have something to add as well.
Oh yeah.
So I took a point of damage, which means that I gain 1 stress. So I just needed to add a stress dice to that past roll, and I just rolled over here and I got a 1. So that means I need to make a panic roll.
Awesome. Amazing.
So I'm going to panic roll, which is a 2, but I have an ability that allows me to take a panic roll and turn it into overkill. So I'm going to do that.
Hell yeah.
Why not? Why not?
So that means that when I make a panic roll, I can trigger the overkill effect. So that means that I must immediately attack my enemies, and I will not stop until me or all the enemies inside are broken.
Oh my god. Okay, so they're actually going to attempt to take an attack on you really quick, so just give me 1 second.
Yep.
To roll that, because they are going to trade fire. Because essentially what's happening is you're like stepping up, and you're basically like, fuck these guys.
Yep.
Alright, you're going to take 2 points of damage as their gunfire resounds as their rifle, which I believe is going to put you at 3.
Yeah, and I use my fast action to aim so I can't dodge.
Cool. Okay, awesome. So you're going to make a dodge. Go ahead and try to roll. You're only trying to beat 1 success.
Okay. Dodge is mobility?
Yep.
Okay. With my
1 success.
Stress die is 1 success.
Yep.
Wait.
Yeah, it automatically rolls a stress die for you as well on this. Okay, so yeah, you watch as you're able to. So you don't take that 2 damage as you put your back to the wall, and you can immediately make an attack now.
Okay. Since I dodged, I only get 1 action this round instead of 2, right? Cool. So return fire because I'm in overkill mode.
You're just like, but you have the smart gun, so it just doesn't even like. Who needs to aim?
Who needs the +2? All right, this is my smart gun roll.
I'll take your +2 if you don't want it.
I'd rather have not take 2 damage than get a +2 to hit because that is 4 successes on my smart gun.
You destroyed your whole life.
As this just kind of comes into play right now, how many reloads by the way do you have on your smart gun, by the way?
Smart gun?
Yeah.
Let's see. Long range. Not sure where it says that.
Alright, so we'll just go with it should be in your weapon set. I'll check in just a second. Just because you panic, so you would be emptying your clip basically.
Yeah.
You have a certain amount of reloads, but we'll determine that in just a second. I'll go hunting down for that.
Cool.
As everything kind of plays out, we watch as Dante kicks in the door. We watch as Wilson and Wright kind of shuffle through. Hammer shoots down one aisle. You see Chaplain throw the grenade down the other, and then Hammer swinging the smart gun across, and just with a loud yell that is almost like that hoorah is just mowing down the insurgents.
Just hulking out, Jesus.
As you find yourself able to pull into the next area. You know there are more insurgents out there, and they'll be on you soon, but you've bought yourself a bit of time.
Cool. And if I've broken all my enemies, then I'm no longer in overkill.
Awesome. You have done that. You have killed all your enemies.
Sweet.
You gotta keep moving.
Chaplain remains silent, but does rummage in their med kit and looks for morphine to give Wright.
I'm gonna look at Wright and say, exactly what are you running from, if not the Marines?
The insurgents, they took one of our other guys, and I don't want to go back to the Marines either. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Hey, watch it.
No,
We're not such a bad crew. We saved your ass out there after all. We could have left you.
That psycho Myers over there. Myers, you would know, is the actual commander of the base of Fort Nebraska. Very much would be in your kind of detail somewhere. He goes, that Colonel Myers, we fucking went in on his orders, and fucking something got into us.
Into you?
Into you?
I don't know. They had us strapped down to tables and shit. They wanted us to hold there. I'm not being no one's test guinea pig, especially not for Weyland-Yutani.
Chaplain hesitates with the morphine. Looks at Wright.
Poking and prodding me. I don't appreciate that. I'll die before I go back there.
What did they put in you? Do you know?
I don't know. They gave me this pill. This said a thing. It was gonna make me feel better. An inoculation. Said I caught something. I don't know. They don't tell me that.
Would I have known, like, specifically because I have medic training, that usually for inoculations they have to at least give you a general brief of what the fuck it's for?
Yes. This is this fucking pill.
Do you have your PPA on you?
No, I smashed that. You could track that. What am I, a fucking idiot? Look.
I mean, your words, not mine.
I'm not trying to... All right, I surrender. All right, I said that. I'm not trying to hurt you or anything. You know, you're not. I know you're not the bad guys, but whatever the fuck that Psycho Myers was growing, face fucked the shit out of me, and I just don't want to.
I'm sorry. What?
I don't want to talk about it.
Are you saying these insurrectionists are Weyland-Yutani?
No, the insurrectionists are just, they're colonists, or the UPP sympathizers, because this colony's going to shit. It's been going to shit. There's war in the systems. What do you mean?
Wait, so what did he mention Weyland-Yutani with, then?
In Fort Nebraska, they got something cooking up down there in the sublevels.
Okay.
And when we got those things escaped and got on us, they had us strapped to tables and they said they needed to give us something. Fucking 26 Draconis strain, they called it. Said it would keep us safe. Supposed to kill the things growing inside of us. But except that it was shit. Wouldn't work. It was gonna make us worse.
Inside of you. You get some fucking parasites?
I don't fucking know. Some weird thing I never saw before.
Perhaps we can talk about this when we have Wright at a place that's not going to get torn up to shit. We have bigger things to worry about at the particular moment, unless... we did
you
just
bastards
have to go...
just standing around still and talking? Let's fucking go.
Alright. And Ruth is, like, not entirely convinced of this because of her own experience, like, in similar situations, but, like,
Ooh.
eyes her with a like, this suspicion of, like, you know why. You know why.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna give you something. Actually, really quick. Because you just reminded me, this is the perfect time to give someone.
To give someone what? Death?
Story point?
No, I do not want it. If it is death, it will be given away. Like,
go ahead and read what I just gave you. Gain a stress, please.
where did you
Oh,
get
Lord.
it?
Ooh.
GM, how much distance do we have until we get to the APC?
Maybe like another block or two, you would know. And you hear something from the radio. What the fuck is going on out there? And you even hear Major Hatfield come on. The APC's reporting gunfire. Everything okay? What's going on out there, Marines?
We got ambushed. Return fire. Suppress. Try to roll around the back alley if you can.
Insurgents?
Something like that.
Your orders are locate the compound. They have to be gathering somewhere.
Our orders have switched from locating AWOL Marines to locating an insurgent compound. Am I understanding correctly?
This is a secondary priority. The 4 released Marines are still your main priority. But if you can find the location of the insurgents, it would help us greatly.
We got an AWOL with us. Come, let us dump this useless piece of shit, and then we'll get on with everything else.
Chaplain's going to look at Wilson and offer the rifle back, and like Unsaid goes, I'll take right.
Yeah, he'll take his rifle back.
Cool. Nick, I'm gonna message you something.
Okay.
Ooh, secrets.
Spicy.
Oh, man, we gotta keep moving.
Yeah.
Look, these other guys, they don't know what's going on. All right, just. I know one of them got shit-faced at a bar. We left him there, and the other 2 went to meet with the insurgents.
Sounds to me like you're all a bunch of fucking idiots.
And you hear Major Hatfield come on the radio, and you would know. Actually, you don't hear him come on the radio but you would know that he is authorized. He would have added, if you can find the insurgent base, then I can authorize an airstrike. We'll cook them all in one go.
An airstrike.
Airstrike.
And Ruth kind of stops herself because she doesn't want to question, a higher ranking officer. She's, but her tone is like just short of questioning. Like, she knows there's civilians in the area. She knows, like, they've seen people on the streets. And she's knows friendly fire all too well, but
well, if your other two traitors are going to meet with the insurgents, maybe you are useful after all. Where were they heading?
We were supposed to meet them somewhere in West District. Some meeting place in this former estate. Real fortified place.
Well, look at that.
They were supposed to meet up at the bar, but that's when all that shit went down. And so I followed them here.
Was that who was with you in the street?
What do you mean?
Well, you weren't the only one walking around with your hood up looking suspicious.
Yeah, they're fucking insurgents. They don't like the Colonial Marines.
Well,
Just trying to get the hell out of here.
mutual.
I was heading towards the spaceport when you all rolled through.
Guess our timing was pretty perfect then.
So here's where I
APC,
asked.
where are you?
We're coming through, and you can hear the rolling treads. They pull up to your block. What's happening with the prisoner?
Prisoners coming with us. I'll be managing them. I was the one that gestures to Nace.
Ruth
Let's keep
puts
going,
away her pulse rifle and pulls back out her pistol, which
I'm gonna also
AP
put
off,
away the smart
clean it
gun and
around.
reload it.
All right. Everyone still has max amount of reloads. Hammer, you had 3 reloads because you panicked and fired. You now have 2 on your smart gun.
Got
You
it.
know that? Yep. One of your squad mates go. Are you sure that's wise, Officer Chaplain? I mean, she's
You have a better idea.
She's dead weight at this point. Leave her with the APC. We'll get her back to
Incorrect.
base.
No, I need to she's given us information that I want to make sure to confirm with my own eyes if possible.
Yeah, they back off.
There's no malice behind him saying this, for the record.
Mhm.
It is just like this is a statement of fact at this point. I will need like 2 minutes to. It will not take too long to take care of Wright's wounds, and I feel it would be wisest to do so that there are no offense meant. Right. Well, I don't think you want to be dead weight for too long here.
Yo, what about my wounds?
You're second up.
Ruth rips off a corner of her shirt, hands it to Nat, and just is like,
Little.
shove this in it. You want a Band-Aid too while you're at it? Not like the
Just a little
first time you
gay.
stabbed.
Jesus.
Thank you.
And
Nick, did you see my DMs?
let me check really quick. And as this is happening, the blizzard has fully rosed in now. So it's going to be a -2 modification for any observation at this point.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are you administering first aid?
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'm going to make sure that the. I have an idea of how to do this. Because of the damage done to her knees, it's going to be pretty. I want to make sure we take out the bullets. So, going to be pretty upfront with Wright going, all right, I'm going to knock you out so that I can take care of sewing this up. Once you come back to, you should be good to go, or at least in better shape. Understood? Putting on the customer service face as much as possible.
All right. She can't really struggle at this point. So she just says, do whatever the fuck you need to do.
Cool. Bonk.
And yeah, you see Wright go to sleep. So is everyone around here just like waiting for Chaplain to finish field surgery, or are you all also going ahead while Chaplain is doing this?
Oh no, I'll wait with her and Chaplain.
Chaplain will ask you to wait outside.
That's suspicious.
No,
I'm
I'm
waiting
not
for
gonna-
my
I'm-
medical care.
I'm not going to be unhappy with telling you what it is. It's just...
telling me what is.
Patient confidentiality.
Ruth ain't leaving a bunch of civilians behind.
He will turn his back. But he's
That's
not
At
good
this
enough.
point, she considers our little traitor friend here to be civilian once you abandon. She's like, nah, I'm not going anywhere, but I'll stand outside.
Mhm.
She still has her gun cock pointed at the ground. Like she's like, nah, no dice, chief. Like she's like,
That's fine. That's fine.
all due respect, but I'm not leaving you to get splattered against the wall.
Oh, also, everyone could take a level of stress, please, after learning the story that was given to them by Wright. I meant to do that
Smile.
earlier.
Cool. And I'm gonna take an additional stress because I used an auto fire.
Okay.
So I'm at 3.
Stressy espressy over here.
Yeah.
One currently.
Dose.
That'll build. Wait, no, off Chaplain. You don't have stress. You're an android.
Yay!
You don't incur such silly things.
What
Oh.
would you like?
Who needs that?
Correct.
And
Medic voice. Time to practice medicine.
Dante Hammer, are you waiting for it with Wilson as well, or are you?
I mean, I'm supposed to get patched up next. So
What? As if my strip of shirt and slap on the back wasn't good enough for you? I mean,
I'm going to treat you next. I just need to make sure to confirm this.
I mean, Dante, if you want to make a medical roll, you can.
ooh.
you know what? Can I do a medical roll? Because that was my attempt.
Yeah, go
That
ahead.
Give me
my-
yeah.
My ripping my shirt. That should have rolled there.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Yeah, for
I
sure.
want it,
Yeah, I'll patch you up, chief. Like,
Is it 1?
Oh boy. So,
Ooh.
Hammer, you recover over the short
Not
time.
bad.
You recover 2 health. But Ruth, go ahead
Nice.
and roll me panic, please. So,
oh, we love that.
it's 1d6
Gay panic.
plus your of course, plus your current stress level.
Wait, hang on. My chat's disappeared entirely.
It's okay.
No matter what I do, it won't come back.
Oh, it's 5. You're keeping it together.
Okay.
Wait, 5 on panic. Where's the panic table?
You're good as long as you don't roll above a 6. You're doing great.
Stressing.
But yeah, Hammer, you're able to recover 2, and then Chaplain, go ahead and make that roll.
Here. Presume medical aid?
Yep.
Cool. Modifiers?
Nope, just a straight roll.
Nice.
You
How? How?
Beautiful.
It's like only Hammer that's getting successes. It's so unfair.
managed to stem the bleeding, but you don't.
I mean, I had successes. I had medical aid.
Trained android with medkit and surgery tools. 0. Strip of cloth and
Shoved into a hole.
It was
Pinpoint.
tender. It was a beautiful moment.
There's feeling behind it, all right?
There's emotion. We're both privates.
However, I would like to do something while I'm like trying to staunch most of it. I'm going to take out a motion tracker
Sure.
and start running it over. Running it.
Oh, to see if anything's moving inside of her?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Noted. Then, do I have enough time to... Wait, hold on a second. Does my PDA have anything on this, out of curiosity?
No.
Damn it. All right. Then, you know what? I'm going to patch her up as best as I can, and...
I'm about to say, do you want to just be like, well, time to rip open her chest and see what's in there?
No. We're going to make sure she stays alive before we do that. I've already been too sus right now. I want to keep that on as much of a down low as possible out of character, but in character, he's like, shit.
Yeah, so even with 0 successes, she's not going to bleed out, but she doesn't recover anything, and she is on 1 health left, being broken, so.
Since are we taking a turn, 5 to 10 minutes here?
Yes.
Okay, after Ruth does the bandage thing, kind of waiting to the side, Hammer pulls out a syringe, sticks it in his hip, and injects it. And I'm going to use one of my X-Stim syringes to reduce 1 stress.
Okay.
Ouch.
Got any of those in pill form?
Why don't you ask a robot over there? See if we can give you
I have
something.
a name. Door opens.
Oh, you're all finished already? That was quick.
Not the smoothest of work, but we'll make it through. Probably should be taking it easy for a couple months, if possible. If possible, being the keywords here. Who's next?
I actually think I'm fine now, thank you.
Just gives a thumbs up and looks to the other 2.
I'm fine.
Other than this bloody nose, and Ruth points to herself, she just kind of wipes the trickle of dried blood away. She's
I imagine Ruth can just like snap it like back.
Yeah, she didn't break her nose didn't get broken. She broke a nose. She just a little blood. Like she's just kind of like another.
I think it gives you character.
Yeah, she's like, honestly, I kind of like it. It makes me look tough.
Do you want your nose bone to go up there, or do you want to make sure you don't have any problems?
It's good like this. It's fine.
I'm here.
Is he asking, do you just not want to have a nose? Is that...
I'm not sure.
Are you tough? Let me put it to you this way. Making sure your nose is at least in somewhat good condition is good to prevent a really, really sudden death.
Oh, it's fine. And she like wiggles it around like.
Do I have to
moves?
She said it's fine.
I've gotten worse.
Rights in PDA. Refused medical attention.
I just love
You're in trouble, Dante.
Oh no. All right. I got
it out loud.
I can't. To be clear, for the record, I did not refuse medical treatment. I'm good. She's like she's like on her best behavior, like.
Your poker face needs work, Dante. Next place where we're gonna need to go to.
We got more important things on our mind than poker right now. Like getting the fuck out of here.
Preferably.
Yeah.
How about this? Are you sure you don't want to go back to Fort Nebraska, at least to get better medical attention, or do you want to stay out? Genuine. Is Right back awake yet, or is she still knocked out?
Right's passed out for the time being.
Okay, never mind. Turns back to the rest of the group. Realizes they were talking to a knocked out person. Stops. Turns to the group. We have 3 other AWOL and a insurgent base to locate. I presume we need to go after them next, if not any other attacks that we need to deal with. I believe we've cocked things up enough as it is here.
Cocked things up.
We had a firefight.
There was a
Fall out of
firefight.
range. There was a fire. Oh, sorry.
You did admirably, Hammer, and I salute you for it. That's
Good.
If I recall correctly, I think you did quite a bit of shooting there yourself, Mr. Peace. And she couldn't come up with a snappy name, but she tried real hard. She's just like...
for Dr. Peace, 1. And 2, I never said I was a doctor of anything except for medicine. I didn't hear no oath.
Did you doctor those kneecaps or what?
They're fixed. She'll survive.
All right, well, we should probably still keep moving. We only found one of these, and she doesn't quite know what to call them without being
AWOL.
too insulting, so she's just kind of like, lost dogs.
Mm.
We got 3 more to go.
I believe one of them mentioned a bar.
The bar got dicey.
Bar's a good idea.
Yeah.
This time, let's go with an actual approach to,
Yeah, maybe we don't go in guns blazing.
And Ruth kind of like lifts her hand and it's like everyone's talking over her. She's like, did you guys miss the part where this one? And she like kind of like ribs her a little bit. It's like, she said that the bar was no good. So they went to the place where we probably don't want to go, or there's a lot fortified in the west. And
Yeah, specifically what she said is they left one of them at the bar, 2 of them went to meet with the insurgents, and she said fuck that and left. So
Where were they going to meet with the insurgents again?
at the bar, but they said
At
that,
the bar, okay.
yeah,
pardon me.
and they know that one of them was left at the bar when they went to meet up with the insurgents, like from the bar.
I mean, I could use a drink, but
You could always use a drink.
got that right. And Ruth takes like a grab for her pockets to see if she has like her flask on her, but she realizes she only has her canteen and she just gets mad.
I mean, if we don't think the bar is worth a shot, 3 birds, 1 stone. 4 folks are not quite enough to take out a camp of insurgents, but we just need the location for the strike.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea. All right, to the bar it is. Hopefully we don't get made. There's got to be a way that we can go in there without looking like the obvious.
Yeah. Okay,
group
so
at the bar.
just to clarify, Wright told you that the insurgent compound is in this district somewhere, was in this area, in District West. The bar is in District South. So you're going to the bar, right? Is that the idea? Is that okay?
Yeah,
First.
because they're my party friends are right. Like if we try to go in there, just the 4 of us, like we might as well. If we're gonna order a strike somewhere, I mean,
Yeah.
might as well make it in the West District if we're gonna have to be bad.
So do you want to like, are you wanting to come back later and find the location?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. Awesome. So you both get in the APC, transport yourself over to District South. Your squad would ask you, as you're like kind of rolling through, the blizzard conditions are getting a lot worse now, as the whiteout is kind of forming straight through. they would ask you to like, are you just leaving right in the APC?
Safest place now.
And as you're rolling through, there's this eerie silence. Like no one's out on the streets. It's just you. You haven't even heard from base in quite a bit of time since that last transmission.
Navigating this APC through the snow, is that going to require a machinery roll?
Nope, this is just kind of a narrative thing.
Nice.
Should we hail base?
You can hail base if you want, yeah.
Not asking in character, my apologies.
Yeah, I still got communications. I can't see for shit, but...
We could probably let them know we're next location, just so if we need backup, not that they're going to give us any, they have an idea of where to send it.
Chaplain looks over at Wilson. What's on your mind?
Yeah, Wilson's probably freaking the fuck out right now.
No, I don't think he's freaking the fuck. I think he expects something is up. I'm just suggesting if any of this rumor with something to do with Wayland Yutani is true, maybe we find more information before we report back in. That's all I'm saying.
Well.
Are you going to elaborate, or are we going to have to assume intent from that?
I've had run-ins with Wayland Yutani before. You know why I'm arrested, right?
I do not. Elaborate.
Well, they said I blew up 2 separate ships and murdered 5 people. None of that's true.
Shares
Sure fucking hope not.
But there's no reason why the Colonial Marines would know about that if it wasn't for Wayland Yutani. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, how would they know about something that wasn't actually true? Wouldn't they just be fabricating it at that point?
This is Wayland Yutani. It's not out of the realm of possibility for them.
Ruth kind of like looks at the ground.
You must understand, Private, that this is not operating off of rules of, so what do I want to use here? Honor? This is
I'm not saying it's honor or dishonorable. I'm saying get the facts before you report it in.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah, but facts or no facts, I have a duty to report that we have one of the targets in custody, so...
Yeah.
Then report that we have the target in custody and do not report about the information about the reason for it. Yet. They're currently, as you can see very clearly, recovering from being injured during the extraction. There is no lie to be said about this. And we can withdraw more information from them at a later date. This gives us time. Does anyone have any objections to this?
No.
Not yet. I suppose it's fine for now, but listen, at the end of this, I just want to get home.
We all do. To be clear with you, I don't wish anything untoward to happen to Lance Corporal Wright or to any of you. I want to get to the bottom of this myself. I'm also operating off of what it can be the peak efficiency of this and not getting us in more trouble than anything. I'd rather not have us be hunted down by Wayland Yutani or anyone else. If this is going to be a thing of communication, we'll need to be precise.
As you pull up to the bar, you can hear the...
Hang on, real quick, I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you.
Yeah.
The whole time that we were in there, that was considered a safe place, right?
Yeah.
So then all of my friends who are in close range of me can lower their stress level
Hey.
2 steps.
Hell yeah.
2?
2.
Wow,
That is-
goddamn.
That is very fantastic.
Oh, you're using their talent.
My banter,
Yes.
which we did. We bantered.
We did banter.
There was a lot of bantering done, yeah.
We did a banter. In fact, we bantered so much we forgot to discuss that we bantered.
Hey, Nick. While we're on the topic of talents, I see that I have a field surgeon talent here.
Yes.
I don't think I added that to my medical aid.
Oh.
About
Well,
to die from critical injury. Can we
it's-
add those 2 dice? Question mark?
I mean, if you at this point, I'm just gonna say keep it on note for now,
Got it.
just because like it's already kind of set in past, and she's all right. It's just I wouldn't advise her taking into another fight.
Cool.
But as you're like pulling up, you hear this gentleman that's kind of standing on a soapbox right by the bar as you're pulling up. The end is near. The Church of Immaculate Incubation will be the only one standing.
The Church of Immaculate what?
Do you all like as you're all getting out the? That's what you start to hear. The end is near. The Church of Immaculate Incubation, and you see that there's books that he's trying to handle off to random people that are trying to take refuge in the bar.
Not the fucking apocalypse cult.
You,
No.
colonial marines, come here. Come here.
Fuck no.
Not just kind of
Chaplain looks at all 3 of y'all and just...
No.
yeah, Ruth kind of just like as always automatically reaches to her hip towards her.
You
her
have been
pistol.
embroiled. I can see it. The destiny, the space beast is upon you.
Okay, I'm gonna be embroiled with your ass in a minute, and she just turns around like, no, not paying attention. Mm-mm.
Nice, Ruth.
Please,
today.
please.
Paperwork.
Right like the other 2 of you.
Paperwork.
I don't like paperwork. And she turns around and she just keeps walking.
But she does tell. Like the other 2 of you that were here. I just imagine there's the...
Stops, turns around.
Oh, that
Looks
caught your
back.
attention. Yes. Yes.
Why can none of y'all talk clearly?
Are you saying that to the guy?
Yes.
I talk very clearly. I am just spreading the word, and he offers you a book.
Hands out. I refuse the book at the moment.
Really?
You've mentioned 2 others.
I'm sure you've heard of it. Space Beast. The most banned book in the galaxy, as it was. But that's because it tells the truth, and there are certain organizations out there that don't want you to tell the truth.
And how are you?
Trying to-
Brother Morse, he speaks. He's the one who guides this church, the Church of Immaculate Incubation, speaks of a beast that incubated in the body and souls of his fellow brothers and transformed into a monster, a dragon, and burnt down the Freerina 131 colony. They said it was because of a broken terraformer, but well, Morse knew, and he knew that organizations such as Wayland Yutani would be against him. But you see, he glimpsed something greater, something beyond the stars.
Ruth has heard enough at this point, and she's like, immaculate my ass.
My name is Luke, Father Luke, and I have been trying to proselytize to the people here. I tried to proselytize to 2 others of you before. They didn't look too good for the way. One of them looked like they were simply bursting from the seams, sickly, sunken in, disgusting like a wretch. Weird things are happening on the planet.
Maybe they were
Ariacarus.
avoiding it because you said they looked disgusting.
I'm sure this gentleman wouldn't have disagreed with me.
Father Luke, I have a question for you.
Of course.
Are you the only one that is proselytizing in this city?
I have a few volunteers here and there, but as of the moment, yes.
Would you say you're the head of this little operation?
I like to claim that, yes.
Where did you hear about this?
Hear about what?
This space beast.
It's in the book he published. Banned in over 120 colonies, of course, but I managed to get some onto the moon here. And he offers you a copy of Space Beast. Sure, you've heard of it. The tell-all exposés of Wayland Yutani's attempts to curry a god.
Hammer pulls out his pistol.
Oh!
Banned book. You're trying to hand a banned book to Marines.
We're in hell right now. Marine.
Hell is
You
where
don't
your
know
ass is
what hell
going.
is.
I certainly have seen it. Think about it. None of us can get on the planet. War is bound here any second. This is a frozen hell. Very much a circle of the inferno.
Do we have license to throw this guy's ass in lockup? Or is it going to take too long?
You can, but it's like what? It's like, yeah, it would take paperwork.
Paperwork. We hate paperwork, Nat. No paperwork.
Hammer's going to just pistol whip him.
Oh!
Oh, shit. Come on, Nat. I'm trying to get out of this clean.
Fuck! You're a
Look,
heretic.
he said it himself. It's fucking outlawed. I'm not going to get in trouble for that.
And the Father Luke turns to Wilson. You believe me, right? And he holds up the book. Wayland Yutani's crimes. Creatures from beyond the stars. You understand?
I don't know what you're talking about, old man. I'm sorry.
Will you still be here later?
Yes.
Perhaps when next time we swing by, I might have words with you. He just starts walking back to the APC.
If you're looking for your friends, they were on their way to San Rocco Medical Hospital.
You could have just told us that, and you would have saved yourself a little bit of trouble. But we appreciate the intel.
The pain and suffering is worth it if I can put the word in your head. You'll come around to it. They always do.
Dragons aren't real. Bullets are.
Paperwork. And he just keeps heading to the APC with
I just like the paperwork.
Paperwork. And Ruth just like turns around. She's like, God damn it, paperwork.
Hammer puts his head down and sulks after.
Chaplain will head back, hang back a little bit, and go, nice restraint. There's a little smile to Chaplain when he's saying that, too. Like the approximation of,
And now for the final scene of tonight. You're heading towards the hospital, I'm assuming?
I believe so, unless
I thought we were going to head to the bar.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
that was our original plan, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you were, because you said go back on the APC. You're at the bar right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was the bar.
That's in front of the bar, so yeah.
Got it. If there's nothing else of note in the bar, if we don't see
Anyone of note or anyone we're looking for, yeah.
Yeah.
Not on initial glance. I mean, you could always go in the bar and check further, but if you're feeling you're on a time crunch, I mean, he seems to know specifically where they went, which is like very interesting. We would say it like that.
Yeah, let's do the hospital then.
Totally not a trap at all. Let's go to the hospital, yeah.
As you're heading towards the hospital, you get that feeling as you look at the dark night sky as night begins to settle in. And you can hear your comms start to spark to life. Charlie Team, return to base. Repeat. Return to base for immediately evac. Shh.
Huh?
Did you hear that?
I did.
Evac.
Evac was already banned. What did... Leans over to radio. Repeat.
Are we Charlie Team?
You
Yeah,
are
we're
Charlie Team.
Okay.
Wilson, were you... Go ahead and give me an observation roll, please.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I don't have one of these earpieces, by the way. I don't feel like he would be privy to that.
Yeah, probably not.
What did you say? Observation right there.
Yep, and Dante can give me 2, because Hammer's driving, Chaplain's like kind of like
Nothing.
receiving the orders, and then Dante and Wilson are free. So you can both go ahead and see what you
I missed my old stats. I was so observant.
I have observed 1 success.
Dante, as you're looking out of the viewport, you can see something is breaking through the sky. A large, big, like, silhouette of something. I almost said figure. Large silhouette.
Anybody see that? Or is it just me?
And you hear, all of you hear the booming that sounds like distant fire.
Fuck.
As something, yeah, as Hammer goes, fuck, something explodes out of the sky as multiple orbital bombardments start striking into the colony across the city. Explosions hidden over the area. The same bar that you just left caught in the explosion immediately as one drops directly onto them. And you
Guess he didn't proselytize that.
And you realize everything they said was true. As you can see on the side of the cruiser, or of the space, the warship that comes in, the symbol of the UPP.
Buckle up, fuckers.
Drop ships incoming out from them, spreading out like wildfire. War has come to Arrakis. Ariacarus, not Arrakis. That's doomed. Everyone take an additional stress level, and that'll be where we'll end tonight's episode as Act 1 ends. Everyone, I believe, acted very much according to their agenda, so everyone can mark a story point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that'll be where we end here. And as for any horror game, I know we didn't get too much deep into the horror yet of this, but on the count of 3 of you all would give me one nice deep breath, and we can kind of just relax. 1, 2. All right, everyone. That was Act 1 of Destroyer of Worlds. We got 2 acts.
Fantastic.
Woo!
What the fuck is going on?
Thanks for having my back there, Nat.
Yeah, I got you. I like our rapport. I'm excited about it.
Hammer
I want
just
to
beating the
go
shit
head
out
to
of
head with
everyone.
Wilson a little bit.
Everyone bullies me, okay? The third campaign is just everyone's a soft boy. Just,
What did I do?
We're all soft boys. No bullying. We're friends.
I am
We're all
not
friends.
to a soft boy.
Aliens, friends. All of
Listen,
us.
Love
I
when the
could have
medic
told you
shoots
the
someone in
knife when it
face.
was a Nat shoulder, and I didn't even do that.
I'm just saying, Wilson doesn't really trust androids, so
That's kind of rude.
Hmm.
Kind of rude.
we
Just
got
saying.
a reason. Thank you. I got a reason not to believe androids.
It's
Did you meet this android before? Because not every android.
it's great because you basically did kind of stuff and like they're like, yeah, eventually everyone ends up in District West where the insurgents are for like ambush.
And we went straight
Straight
there.
there.
Right there.
Straight there. All right, so we could wrap this up and let everyone chill out and just some more in reverse order. Just tell them who you are once more and what else you got going on. Plug your projects. You were amazing. Thank you to my amazing cast. Thank you to the viewers who tuned in. That was a lot of fun. I really like the scenario. It's very much good to get back to Alien. So I'll just call in reverse. Adelaide.
Yeah, I'm Adelaide Gardner. You can find me on Twitter and everywhere else at OAdelaide. I am in this for our previous campaign, which you can find probably on YouTube or Twitch or whatever. This one and the next one. My partner Robert is in the Morkborg stream. He is DMing or whatever they call the DM Master. I don't know, whatever. That's on Friday nights, so go check that out. I'm also in Faith Forge Academy, which is a podcast that releases every Friday. Our DM just had a baby, so we're finally back. The Baby Forge. And I'm also in a stream every other Monday called A Senior's Dream. That's on -2 Charisma, where I play a cute little vampire girl. That's all I got going.
All right, and Arslan.
Hi, I'm Arslan. I go by Law of Tsunami, your digital diver into the Elegiac Seas. I do VTubing on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, about whenever to whenever. Currently starting a new job, so schedule may change. I play basically anything. I'm also on Devil's Luck Gaming as Demiurge, the arcane assassin, not the arcane assassin, the arcane construct from Heroes of the Horizon, and was playing Orin Alba as the brute force fixer from Icarus Complex. You can find me on Twitter as Law of Tsunami, Twitch as Law of Tsunami, and basically anywhere else as Law of Tsunami. Thank you for having me.
Of course, and thank you for your debut. There's a lot of debuts this week on for Gehenna Gaming. And just going back in reverse, Alex.
Hello, I have been Alex. You can find me on Twitter at Alder_Mancy, on Instagram at Alder.Mancy, most other places at Aldermancy, and soon to be publishing some games on Ko-fi and itch.io as at SwordGhost. I also GM the homebrew horror campaign Strange Hungers on Saturdays from noon to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Strange Hungers over on Total Party Kiss, as well as streaming with Sarah is Coffee and Art Plebe. We're doing a Minecraft stream. We just started a new SMP, so go check out their channels. And I'm very excited to be here for my Gehenna Gaming debut as well.
I heard Minecraft.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, SMP, that's Minecraft, right? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
And last and
The
certainly
youths.
not least, though, Vide.
That's me. I'm Vide. You can find me everywhere on Vibing with Vide. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. You know the deal. I am supposed to stream Mondays and Thursdays. Schedule kind of, sometimes I'm bad with consistency, but Twitter is always good for updates. You can find me here with this, but also going to be starting a new D&D with Huntsman Hydra as a cast member for that on a new alchemy. Ready for that? Just if you haven't heard of them yet, just get ready because it's going to be
awesome.
So typically I stream TTRPG and MMORPGs. Sometimes I'll also stream on Sundays for a wonderful Wild Mount campaign I'm in right now for D&D. But happy to be here. Wonderful folks.
I forgot to plug one thing. I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting this. I'm so sorry. In near future, I will be running a Disco Elysium campaign with the Searchlight Division with a couple other VTubers, a couple other friends of mine. Look out for it. That's
Sweet.
Fucking love Disco Elysium. Oh my god.
it.
I also want to praise the truth that is alchemy, but I can't wait to see what more features they add. That's such an awesome program, and
It looks beautiful.
yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Amazing. We definitely don't have our founders pin on right now. Definitely not. Just snuck that maybe on there. A little ahead. But no, they're really awesome. Excited to get some stuff going with them, and can't wait to see what that campaign is going to look like, since I am the least experienced person there. Everyone else is like way cooler than me. We got Happy Capster, Ashenworks, whole Goblin Society gaming crew ready for that.
That's awesome. And I guess that just leaves me. Hi, everyone. I was your game mother today, what the alien calls its game master. My name is Nick. You can follow me at Nobleman Nick. My pronouns are he, him. I forgot to say that at the beginning. And yeah, go ahead and import the official release. You can buy Alien Destroyer of Worlds right now, as well as Chariot of the Gods, the last game we played. And Heart of Darkness would actually just release right now. You can buy the PDFs. Where you can find me other than this. So every Saturday I'm going to be here for Aliens Anthology to the very end of it. Whenever we decide to do Heart of Darkness when we're done with this. You can also find me on Friday. Honestly, next Friday is the last Friday you'll see me for the series finale of Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War over on Carolyn Comfort Studio. We've been through 35 episodes. It's time over the last 2 years. It's time to end this shit once and for all. It was pretty emotional last night, and I'm excited to see what comes on again. Sunday, you can find me over on Devil's Luck Gaming with Trinity Sins of the Past, where we play Trinity Continuum across 2 different time periods using their new settings, Adventure and Assassin. Adventure being like the Mummy, and Assassin being like a John Wick ish type setting. So yeah, and a lot of other projects coming in the future. For more Gehenna Gaming stuff, you can find. Oh my god, I forgot to plug my other thing. Holy crap! All right, every Tuesday you can find me as well on underscore the Uvu Lord over on Rena's channel, where we just premiered Cradle of Cain, our Sabbat Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle.
Yes.
Set in Philadelphia, my hometown.
Oh, yeah.
So it's awesome. It's a great run. We spent a lot of time to it. The intro is fucking kick-ass, and the players are even better. So definitely give that a look over. But other stuff you can find in Gehenna. Mondays, a bit of Ultraviolence, which is an awesome Sabbat game run by some of my good friends. You know, Zachary, Ellie, Sam. They're all amazing in there, as well as the other people there that I'm not too familiar with, but I am so very excited to see that Sabbat Chronicle go in. But yeah, you kind of have Vampire Double Tuesday. You can watch Ultraviolence on Saturday, and then Cradle of Cain on Tuesday. And also on Tuesday you can watch ATL by Night, but ATL by Night's on break right now, so until that comes back. Wednesday, every Friday you can come back to watch Morkborg, which is amazing. They just lost someone, which is unfortunately the way that those games kind of go, though. But Right to the Holy Mountain's awesome. It's got a lot of great aesthetic style, and I love it. And there's a lot of other cool stuff coming up in the works that I can't announce yet, but I will tease. We do have an two indie games that are getting full play actual series, as well as one very famous game that people really love on our channel. So tune in more for that. All right, that was it. I'm gonna let everyone go. You all have a great night, and remember, stay safe. Don't let the face huggers get you. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.